Okay, I'm in a single cell on the upper level of the Matilda high security. You look out the window, all you see is a wall. It's 6 metres high wall. Before that there's barbed wire. After that there's another wire fence. The cell itself, well, I've been inside Pentridge, and this is better than Pentridge, but I tell you what, it's no holiday camp. They've carefully designed it so there's nowhere you can use to string something to attempt to hang yourself or injure yourself. Everything's plastic and solid in place. It is, what is it? Well, if I stand in the middle and stretch out my arms, I can not quite touch the sides of the cell. This is a single cell. There are also doubles. There are bunks, and there are sort of twin cells where they try to put people who are perhaps friends or related. There's a huge glass window. When you step out of this cell, you're on a sort of a platform looking down to a larger meeting area where there's gym equipment and the kitchen and other things. Huge glass wall, really bringing enormous light into the room. It's a bit like I suppose it's like a common room in a school. I've seen similar things in secondary schools. Cell doors closed all around me, a large television in the middle of the room. They're given a TV in their cell, but it's very carefully designed so that it's got clear plastic on the back. You can see whatever's in it, so you can't in fact smuggle anything in. There is a security system intercom. If anybody's in trouble, there are various methods of observing them and making sure everybody's okay. One of the things that intrigued me, the staff. Most of the staff are actually on the ground in the open area with the prisoners, where the prisoners move in a sort of a common room. There are 3 large black couches where they can sit and watch television. There's an exercise bike, there's some weights, there's a small pool table with a bright blue covering on it. There are various other areas where they can go for education and similar things. There's even a phone in the corner. I don't know if they're allowed to use that phone. I assume they are, but only under controlled circumstances. It is, what does it feel like? And I've been inside a few jails over the years. It feels very much like the jail that you see in perhaps the more recent Hollywood movies, with 2 levels, lots of cell doors, lots of desperately clinically efficient cells where they're locked for 12 and a half hours a day. 12 and a half hours locked in this tiny room. If you could picture, it's not quite being locked in your bathroom, it's being locked in a very small bedroom which includes a toilet, a shower, a basin and a desk with 1 window. You can see outside, you can see daylight if you want to, but you don't have to look too far out the window to be reminded that you are actually in prison. Jan Schuard, the Corrections Commissioner in Victoria, thanks for talking to us. Just beginning point, this brand new facility we've toured, how do you manage to build something like that inside a prison?
Oh, well, security procedures obviously are critical, and having a set of standards that people have to go through every day to get in and out of a prison.
So you've got to bring everything that's used in through the security system?
And more than bringing it through, you've got to account for everything that you're bringing through so that you account for it when you take it out at the end of the day. You've got to make sure that all the builders on site are suitable people to be here and not people that might compromise our security. You've got to make sure that they're people that are responsible for taking care of their own tools and things, making sure they don't bring in mobile phones, making sure they don't bring in things that might be desirable to prisoners. So the staff, there's a whole activity that goes getting in and getting out.
There's a perception on the outside at times, it's a bit of a holiday camp, it's a bit easy.
It doesn't annoy me. I think that finding that balance, that you create a humane environment where people are motivated to change, will always bring about some view that it's too soft, is that I think that people don't really think that through about what a harsh environment would actually create, is that as a correction system, ultimately we should do no further harm to people or make people any worse when they're going out. Our goal is to make people better and make the community safer. So is that I often want to ask people is, what is it, if you say it's a holiday camp or it's too good for people that come to prison, what would you like to see, and would you like to see the results of what that environment might create? Because I don't think that's what people want. I think people want ultimately for us to return people better to the community so the community is safer. Talking